Could a simple white powder in your kitchen cupboard be the key to feeling better, living longer, and becoming healthier and more vibrant? Yes, I'm talking about baking soda, something we often use to bake or clean our homes. For years, we may have only known baking soda for its familiar uses. But what if I told you, this humble little box holds secrets that can change the way you feel from the inside out? Many of us have struggled with aches and pains, heartburn, or chronic fatigue without realizing that the solution may be right around the corner, right in our own kitchens. That modern life takes us away, causing us to sometimes forget the little things that have the power to make a big difference. In today's journey, we will uncover the hidden health benefits of baking soda, from soothing persistent joint pain to surprisingly supporting kidney function. And as promised, at the end of this video, I'll reveal a super important tip, a little secret that can help you feel stronger, more energetic, and more in control of your health than ever before. So, stay with us until the end. Because this isn't just a bunch of folk tips, it's a journey to reclaim your health in ways you never imagined. Benefits 1. Baking soda, gently detoxify your body. First, let's talk about detoxifying your body. Every day, our bodies are exposed to so many challenges, from the food we eat, the air we breathe, even the medications we take. All of them leave their mark. Do you often feel tired, lethargic, or have unexplained aches and pains that just keep nagging at you? Sometimes it's signs that your body needs a little help. And surprisingly, a small spoonful of baking soda mixed into a cup of water can help you feel lighter, cleaner, and more comfortable. So how does it work? When dissolved in water, baking soda becomes alkaline, helping to neutralize excess acid in the body. This alkalinity is key. Many people have discovered that soaking in a tub of baking soda helps soothe irritated skin, relieve itching from insect bites, or minor burns. Some even share that, after a long day, such a soak helps them sleep better, as if all the stress has been washed away. But the benefits don't stop at the surface. For those dealing with chronic kidney disease or frequent heartburn, a small amount of baking soda used properly, and of course, when directed by a doctor, can support the body's natural detoxification process. Some studies research shows that baking soda may slow the progression of some kidney diseases by reducing acid in the blood. As for heartburn, a condition many of us experience after a heavy meal or a restless night's sleep, a glass of water with a teaspoon of baking soda can help relieve the burning sensation caused by acid reflux. Of course, we need to remember that baking soda is not a miracle cure. Our bodies are already amazing machines with the ability to balance themselves. But sometimes, a little help from natural, easy to find, and extremely economical ingredients like baking soda can bring about significant changes. Benefit 2. The secret to a brighter smile, teeth whitening and oral care. Who among us doesn't want to have a bright, confident smile? However, over time, our teeth become stained by coffee, tea, and our favorite foods. Many people turn to expensive whitening solutions. But did you know that your familiar jar of baking soda can help you brighten your smile safely and economically? Baking soda has long been known as a natural teeth cleaner. When you brush your teeth with a little baking soda, it acts as a mild abrasive, helping to remove surface stains. Interestingly, unlike many commercial whitening products that can cause sensitivity, baking soda is gentle and still leaves teeth feeling clean and smooth. Not only that, baking soda also plays an important role in balancing the pH level in the mouth. Thanks to its natural alkaline properties, it helps make the oral environment less acidic. Why is this important? Because an acidic environment is the ideal condition for bacteria that cause bad breath, tooth decay, and gum disease to thrive. By reducing acidity, baking soda indirectly helps protect your oral health. In fact, Studies have shown that toothpastes containing baking soda are more effective at removing plaque and stains than toothpastes without. This is information worth keeping in mind when choosing daily oral care products. However, there is an important note. Baking soda should not be used every day to brush teeth directly. Experts recommend using it only a few times a week and combining it with a soft bristled toothbrush to avoid the risk of wearing down tooth enamel over time. Benefit 3. How to quickly relieve heartburn. Right in your kitchen. Have you ever felt a burning sensation in your chest after a meal? Or a feeling of fullness in your stomach, an unpleasant sour taste in your mouth, or even a long night of restless sleep? These are the familiar symptoms of heartburn or acid reflux, a feeling that is really not very pleasant. When heartburn suddenly strikes, instead of rushing to find medicine, do you think that the way to relieve the pain may be just to grab a box of baking soda in the kitchen? It sounds simple, but for generations, baking soda has been trusted as an effective treatment for heartburn. So how does it work? When mixed with a small spoon in a glass of water and drunk slowly, baking soda can neutralize the excess acid in the stomach, thanks to its natural alkaline properties. It is like a gentle acid buffer, helping to soothe the burning sensation. Quickly, sometimes in just a few minutes. The best part? It's simple, inexpensive, and doesn't require a trip to the pharmacy. Even the medical community has taken note. An article in the journal Gastroenterology and Hepatology recognized that baking soda is a quick antacid. However, we must remember that frequent heartburn is a warning sign from the body. If this condition recurs, it's time to review your diet, lifestyle, and most importantly, see a doctor. Baking soda, in this case, is only a temporary solution, not a long-term treatment. Benefit 4. Itching. Skin fungus. Baking soda can help. Have you ever suffered from the persistent itching of athlete's foot, diaper rash in babies, or other moist, easily irritated areas of the skin? It could be between your toes, a moist area, or just a little itchy red spot that's been bothering you all day. These are often signs of fungal infections like athlete's foot, tinea versicolor, or skin irritation. And you know what? In these cases, baking soda can be a gentle savior. When you mix baking soda into a paste and apply it topically, or add it to a foot bath, it helps create an environment that's not conducive to fungal growth. The mechanism here is that baking soda changes the pH, inhibiting the growth of fungi. Interestingly, a study published in the journal Mycopathologia found that baking soda solutions can inhibit up to 80% of common fungal strains. Imagine, after a long day at work, your tired feet are soaked in a warm bath of baking soda. The itching begins to subside and your skin feels more comfortable. After a few times, you may notice a noticeable reduction in redness and itching without the need for strong medication. Of course, if the yeast infection becomes severe or persistent, seeing a doctor is necessary. But for mild cases, baking soda is actually a natural, safe, effective, and readily available solution in the kitchen. Benefit 5. Reduce discomfort from urinary tract infections, UTIs. If you've ever had a urinary tract infection, you'll probably never forget the miserable feeling it brings. Burning urination, frequent urge to urinate, dull pain. This is a fairly common health problem, especially in women. And many women, especially middle-aged and older, often have recurrent urinary tract infections. In times like these, in addition to following your doctor's instructions, there is a natural solution that not everyone knows about, which is baking soda. So how does baking soda help in this case? It helps neutralize the acid in the urine, soothing the burning sensation and creating a less favorable environment for bacteria to grow. While it's not a substitute for medication, drinking a glass of warm water with about half a teaspoon of baking soda mixed in, slowly, may help relieve mild pain, especially if combined with your doctor's treatment regimen. A notable study published in the Japanese Journal of Urology showed that women with chronic UTIs who took baking soda for 4 weeks had significantly less pain and less burning when urinating. However, there is an extremely important note. If you have high blood pressure, kidney disease, or need to eat less salt, do not use baking soda without consulting your doctor. The reason is because baking soda contains sodium. Too much can cause water retention, increasing blood pressure. Always be careful and prioritize your health. Benefit 6. Soothe mouth ulcers. Natural solutions. Right in the kitchen. Have you ever had small ulcers in your mouth that made eating and talking difficult? Mouth ulcers are small but can cause a lot of trouble, making us lose our joy for a few days. The good news is that you can find a solution right in your kitchen. Baking soda, when mixed with warm water to make a mouthwash, can help relieve pain, reduce inflammation, and support quick healing. This effect is not just folk experience. A study published in the American Journal of Dentistry, JADA, confirmed baking soda mouthwash helps reduce pain and inflammation in people with recurrent mouth ulcers. Baking soda has mild antibacterial properties, helps keep ulcers clean, without causing pain like strong mouthwashes containing alcohol or other chemicals. The method is extremely simple. Just a cup of warm water mixed with a little baking soda. Rinse your mouth a few times a day. You can feel much more comfortable. Of course, if the sore lasts longer than 2 weeks or is unusually large, see a doctor. But for common mouth ulcers, baking soda is really a trusted friend. Benefit 7. Increase performance when exercising. For the elderly, do you feel like you get tired quickly when walking, exercising, even just doing housework? The feeling of heavy legs, tired muscles, shortness of breath is something that perhaps all of us have experienced, especially as we age or when we are less active. But did you know a secret that professional athletes have long used baking soda to increase endurance and reduce muscle fatigue? Is this familiar white powder? Sounds strange, right? When we exercise vigorously, the body creates lactic acid, causing muscle fatigue and pain. And this is when baking soda comes into play. It helps neutralize this acid, helping the body to be more durable. A meta-analysis published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research came to a remarkable conclusion. People who used baking soda before exercise had better performance and less fatigue. You don't have to be a professional athlete to test this. A small spoonful of baking soda mixed with water, taken about an hour before exercise, can help you feel more flexible and less tired. However, remember, only use small amounts and consult your doctor if you have an underlying medical condition. Safety is always first. Benefits 8. Supports kidney function, especially in the elderly. The kidneys, 2 small organs but play an extremely important role. Filtering blood, balancing fluids, removing waste. They work silently every day to maintain our lives. But as we age, kidney function declines. Many people suffer from chronic kidney failure without knowing it. Here's some surprising information. Baking soda can play a supporting role in IRA, protecting kidney function. A study published in the Journal of the American Society of Nephrology showed that patients who used baking soda daily had slower disease progression and required less dialysis. So what's the mechanism? Baking soda helps reduce acid buildup in the blood, a burden that weakened kidneys cannot handle. When this burden is reduced, the body can feel less tired, less achy, and even breathe easier. However, this is an area that requires absolute caution. You must be very careful. If you have high blood pressure, heart disease, or need to limit salt, baking soda can cause water retention, increasing pressure on the heart and kidneys. Therefore, always consult a doctor before use is mandatory, not to be taken lightly. Benefits 9. Reduce arthritis discomfort. Gentle and effective. Living with arthritis is like carrying a silent burden. Stiff hands, painful knees, even small movements are difficult. This is the concern of many people, especially as they age. There is a ray of hope from recent studies. A small spoonful of baking soda, according to new research, can help reduce inflammation and overactive immune responses, the cause of joint pain. More specifically, a study in the Journal of Immunology found that drinking water mixed with baking soda helps switch the immune system from a strong reaction to a mild reaction, effectively reducing arthritis. Imagine, after a long day of dealing with joint pain, you can sit down, drink a glass of water with a little baking soda, feel better, muscles are less tense. Of course, we need to be realistic that baking soda is not a substitute for medication. And it is not for everyone, especially those with high blood pressure, kidney disease, or heart disease. It's always a good idea to consult a medical professional. Finally, so we've just discovered 9 amazing health benefits of baking soda, an ingredient that seems so ordinary. From soothing the skin, whitening teeth, aiding digestion, to potential effects on kidney function and the immune system. As promised at the beginning of the video, the most important tip I want to share with you is not another specific recipe, but listening to your body and being proactive in seeking information selectively. Baking soda can bring many benefits, but it is not a panacea. The key is to understand your body, know when to try natural solutions, and most importantly, when to seek the advice of a medical professional. It is equipping yourself with knowledge and using it wisely that will help you feel stronger, more energetic, and in better control of your health. Hopefully today's information has given you some new and useful perspectives. If this resonates with you, leave a comment number 1 to let us know you're watching. Your interactions are the biggest motivation for us to continue making better quality videos. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as well as the notification bell icon, so you don't miss any simple, effective tips to help you in your family live healthier every day. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Goodbye and see you in the next videos.